Your mom?
No symptom.
Did you say your mom is positive?
นั่นข่าวว่าอะไร
แม่เป็นเหรอ
No, my patient.
Okay.
She was a young woman, 25 years old. My mom, she is in safe house. You know, no contact with other people.
Good.
Every evening, I got her to travel by car to
Yeah.
see around city.
Just for visit.
Yes. Only sightseeing.
From inside the car.
Sit in the car and have sightseeing around city.
Okay.
From 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. I must take my car around the city for her every evening.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, tour car.
Touring in a city.
Yes.
Okay, so today we will be talking on the fourth noble truth. Yeah. Fourth noble truth. And this is a fourth noble truth. Now, tell me about it. What do you know? Okay.
There are 4 components. First is dukkha or suffering. Second is the cause of dukkha. That is samudaya. Dukkha samudaya. And the third is dukkha nirodha. That is the cessation of suffering. And the last is magga. Dukkha nirodha khamini patipada. That is the Eightfold Noble Path. Okay, ท่านค่ะเชิญ
Okay. And Fourth Noble Truth, what do you know about?
Yeah, Eightfold Noble Path.
Explain, how do you understand?
How do I understand? You just gotta walk. Just gotta walk it. Gain a basic understanding of samadhi and apply yourself to sila samadhi and panya. And it becomes clearer and clearer and more established the more you practice until you reach nirodha, which is inevitable if you stay diligent.
Now, Manit, what do you understand of a fourth noble truth, magga?
Only, you want I to say about only magga?
Yeah.
I agree with ท่านข่าว Okay, I will tell about my experience. Uh, when my dad passed away, um, I have more and more suffering about sadness, and I can knew about the present moment that when when I am sad, but maybe 2 years after he had gone, I I knew I remember at that moment that I'm sad. Oh, when I knew I'm sad, I saw the sadness is uh, disappear disappear suddenly, and then after no suffering about my dad passed away from that moment. พูดถึงไหม Can you understand me?
Mm-hmm.
It's very long time. 2 years that I sank in sadness.
How long ago was this?
Huh?
How
ต้อง
long
ถาม
ago? How long ago?
อ๋อ 20 years ago.
Wow.
My dad passed away about 20 years. ป้าแม่ป้าตายไป20 ปีแล้วเนาะ 21 years ago.
Yeah, okay. How did you overcome?
Because at that 2 year that I sank in sadness, but I always practice walking and sitting meditation every day, and try to know the present moment by Kanika Samadhi. Try to kneel in every time that I can kneel. At that moment when I knew that I'm sad and I saw the sadness was disappear. Oh, that is very happy and no sadness for my dad away.
Okay, so this is from Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. Okay. Say ete te bhikkhave ubho ante anupagamma majjhima patipada. Yeah. So
Middle way.
it said ete te bhikkhave ubho ante anupagamma. So not walking on two paths. Ubho ante. Yeah. Ete te bhikkhave ubho ante anupagamma. In not following the two paths that mentioned. That is Atta-kilamathanu yoga and Kama-sukhalikanu yoga. Not walking on that path, but walking in a middle path, Majjhima Patipada. So that is the path. So when we are not walking on these two paths, Kama Sukhalikana Yoga, the sensual pleasure, and Attakilamatana Yoga, the torturing, austere practices which people normally think that lead to the liberation or happiness. And it was during the time of the Buddha, and even now it exists, and that doesn't lead to the uh, producing the vision. You see, Chakku Karani. So from here up to here, it doesn't lead to gain the vision, knowledge, calmness, and awakening. That doesn't lead. So then the Buddha is talking about following the middle path. Yeah. So in between, in between, there's not following these two, and following the middle path, the Majjhima Patipada. After Buddha had walked, Abhisambuddha, Buddha has realized, yeah, and then that moment he gained the vision, knowledge, calmness, and direct knowledge and self-awakening. Okay, and that path, and Buddha is saying that led to the enlightenment. And further I say, Katama jasa bhikkhave majjhima patipada. What are those, or what is this majjhima patipada? After Abhisambuddha realized it, this vision and knowledge and liberated. Okay? So that's how the Majjhima Patipada is. Okay? And then further on, so here Buddha is saying that Ayameva Ariyo Attangiko Maggo. Then that is Samma Ditti, Samma Sankappo, Samma Vacha, Samma Kammanto, Samma Ajivo, Samma Vayamo, Samma Sati, Samma Samadhi. Okay, after walked on this path, then he was able to realize the vision. Knowledge led to calmness and awakening and unbinding. So this is the fourth noble truth. Okay. Now, what do you think of this Majjhima Patipada? What do you think of this Majjhima Patipada? It's a Ubho Ante Anupagama.
Is the proper way for enlightenment.
Is it in between too much or too less?
Yes. It's the balanced way.
Okay. And then further on, this is Buddha say, Idankopana bhikkhave dukkha nirodha gamini.
Patipatha.
Dukkha nirodha gamini patipada. Okay. So, ayameva aryot athangiko maggo. It's athangiko maggo. And then dukkha nirodha gamini patipada. Dukkha nirodha, the cessation of dukkha. Patipada, practice that lead, that takes to the dukkha nirodha. And that is Arya Attangika Magga. Okay, and Arya Atangika Magga are Samma Ditti, Samma Sankappa, Samma Vacha, Samma Kamanta, Samma Vayama, Samma Ajiva, Samma Vayama, Samma Sati, and Samma Samadhi. Okay, and then further in Dhammacakkappavattana Sutra, the Buddha is talking in three ways. The first is the truth, Arya Satcham. This is Arya Satcha. This is the reality that if you are walking on this path, then that lead to the cessation of the suffering. And the second, bhave needs to be developed. Okay, it needs to be developed. Cultivated, needs to be cultivated. So that is the bhave tabba. Okay? And then bhavitanti, it's been developed. Okay? It has been developed. So there's a bhavitanti. One has developed. This is bhavitanti. And here, development of what? So development of Eightfold Noble Path, fully developed. Okay? So this is from Parivattam, so in three ways, looking at it, and it needs to be developed. And this is our practice actually. We have to know that there is this path that leads to the liberation. And this needs to be, it needs to be cultivated or developed. So we have to develop. So we have to practice according to the Eightfold Noble Path. When we are walking or practicing in accordance with the Eightfold Noble Path, once fully developed, then that basically means the attainment of Nibbana. So it is bhavitanti. Once you have developed, then you have attained. Yeah? So that's a bhavitanti, developed, fully developed. So this is from the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutra. Okay? And this is from Patthana. It's in the 24th Patthana. This is a path condition. It's called a magga paccayoti. Maggangati magga sampayuttakanang dhammanang tang samuttananang ca rupanang magga paccayena paccayo. Okay, so this is from the Paccaya. And this is saying, the translation is saying, the path factors are related to their concomitants, which is the chitta and cetasikas, and to the chitta produced corporality by path condition. And this is again goes on to the Eightfold Noble Path. This is from the Paccaya, 24 Paccayas. In 24 Paccayas, this is quite a simple one in 24. So, Fourth Noble Truth, there are three, actually it should be four. There's one more, it's called magga. Is path or way. Okay? So this is the Fourth Noble Truth that we come across, we know about this. So the first, Majjhima Patipada, and then the second, Magga, and the third, Arya Atangika Magga, and dukkha nirodha gamini patipada ariya satchang. There are four the ways of us explaining it, the Ariya Magga or Eightfold Noble Path. In a short form, we call magga, yeah, and then also called Majjhima Patipada, and then Arya Attangika Magga is because of the components. It's based on that component, and the Dukkha Nirodha Gamini Patipada. So, and this is the path that once you are walking on it, you will be able to end all the troubles, suffering. So this is four ways of looking at it. In terms of the Majjhima Patipada, normally people think is Ubho Ante Anupagamma, means not associated beyond these two extremes. Do you remember two extremes? What are the two extremes?
First is Kama Sukha Lika Niyoka and Attakilamatha Niyoka.
So normally people think that Majjhima Patipada is like in between. The one is Kama Sukhallikano, another one is Attakilamatano, and this is in the middle. Yeah. You are having some of a Kama Sukhallikano yoga and you are having some Attakilamatano yoga. So that is Majjhima Patipada. Some people say like that. Okay. So what do you think?
I think each people can know about the middle way by his or her experience. That is individual. Sometimes I practice, I think I had Attakila Nuyoka, but sometimes I think I had Kama Sukha Nuyoka. But when I knew that, it's turned to be the extreme way or it's made the loose way. So I can know that the middle way is what. Okay, thank you. Your turn.
I don't think it's one mixture of the two ends because it's something that goes beyond the Kama Sukha Likana Yoga and the Attakilamatana Yoga. Because when we look at it without properly understanding the Majjhima Patipada, because we are all in Kama Sukha Likana Yoga, because we all rely on our senses for what we call happiness. So for someone who is addicted to Kama Sukha Likana Yoga, even the Majjhima Patipada would seem like Attakilamatana Yoga. And for someone who is doing Attakilamatana Yoga, either Majjhima Patipada would seem like Kama Sukha Likana Yoga. Because there was a lot of ascetics who thought that the Buddha was lazy and indulging, and people who indulge think that monks are crazy for following the Patimokkha because it's too. They're like, well, why don't you just eat all the time and drink and stuff. So I don't think it's a mix of the two, because in a way we always do practice these two extremes, but the Majjhima Patipada goes beyond that. And at the surface level, at the sort of the more obvious level, it is preached by the Buddha in the as found in the Tripitaka. How do you follow the Majjhima Patipada? So for starting with Sila with the 5, 10, and the Patimokkha, and the meditation systems of not clinging, of even using the jhanas that were used as the end of knowledge back in the day to use it for vipassana. But that's the surface level. But each individual can fine tune it once they start following what is written down. They realize that there are certain aspects that they are more inclined towards, and how to remedy some quite delicate issues that is unique to each individual. So the Majjhima Patipada, I think, to say that it is right in the middle of these two and it is a mixture of both is not quite accurate, but it could be depending on the individual.
Okay.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
Okay, so that is not related to both, as Tankal said. It's a beyond those, not having anything with these two, Kama Sukha Likana Yoga and Attakilamatana Yoga, but it's a complete something different. Yeah. So, because we have studied this Eightfold Noble Path so many times, I don't know what to do, okay? Apart from saying that this is Eightfold Noble Path. Now, I just want to hear from you all on this. Okay, I'm going to copy this and then we'll just talk about it. Because we have done so many times. Now, don't tell me you forget. So this is Samma Ditti, Samma Samkappa, Samma Kammanta, Samma Ajiva, Samma Vayama, Samma Sati, and Samma Samadhi. Yeah? So right view. Now you can share your understanding. Right resolve. Right speech. Right action. Right livelihood. Right effort. Right mindfulness. And then right concentration. And here understanding or view, which one do you think is the closest for the Samadhi?
Samadhi.
Hmm?
Samadhi. I think I have a right view about suffering.
So which one do you think is the right, like a closest translation for Samadhi?
I would say
Samadhi.
right view, because it implies how you look at something. but understanding is like what you think of something. So if
Okay.
you samadhi is looking at something the right way, like looking at the reality that it is changing, that it is impermanent and anatta and dukkha. But understanding is like saying, okay, I know this or something. I don't know. So I think right view is closer. It could be both.
Yeah. Okay.
Well done. I agree with you, Thanh Khảo.
No.
Right
What do
view
you
is
agree? What do you agree?
right view is to know about everything in the world is in three truths. That first is impermanent, and the second is dukkha, and the third is anatta, no self. Everything in the world is in the three rules of truth.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay.
When
What about
someone has
understanding? Why not understanding?
I think understanding is for good after. First, you need to apply weave, and then get understanding. So I guess it depends on at which stage you try to look understand. At what stage you are in, because uh, having right view means looking at things, and understanding means just knowing it. So I think they are two different sort of things. They can both be right,
Hmm.
but for one who is in training, it's good to look at it as view.
Hmm. Yeah, Manit. What about attitude?
Yeah, could work. But attitude is too general. Could be.
attitude. Attitude, I think that is thought, ใช่ไหมแปลถูกปะเนี่ย ที่
Hmm. Attitude. Hmm. These are three translations normally you will find. We have to make sure which one do you think is the closest. We're famously translated as a view, right view, and some do translate as right understanding.
so so that is the same meaning ใช่ไหม attitude same meaning as view
No.
no เหรอ
Attitude is more active, no?
ฮะ
Right? Attitude is a bit more active, while view sounds more passive. So the attitude is more applied. I don't know. This is just semantics.
attitude may be right or wrong.
Could be right. Well, they are all right.
Hmm. So what is samadhi then now?
Samadhi is the right view.
Yeah. So what is right view?
ไม่ใช่เหรอ
This is why translation is problematic.
Huh?
ที่ใช่คำนี้เหรอที่เชื่อ
Hmm?
They're all conventions.
So what is right samadhi then?
It's samadhi.
Hmm.
You see,
attitude
it's something you apply your view into it, but you also do it even if you know Pali. You still turn that word into an understanding in your mind, into an idea, So it's just a convention.
Mm.
อืม
Samaditi.
attitude huh? I want to ask I want to ask both of you attitude is not same meaning with will เหรอ right ใช่ไหม
No.
give me answer
View can lead to attitude, but attitude is more applied.
อืม
Like when you apply your view through actions and whatever, it's attitude. So let's say you have a view that the traffic rules are useless. So you have an attitude of a bad driver, you know. So you won't care about the stoplights or anything. Just keep you do whatever you want. That's attitude. But view is thinking is seeing the traffic rules as useless or good.
อ๋อมันคือทัศนคติ
It's like you have an attitude that this is useless, so you don't do it.
นะท่านข่าวบอกว่า will 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 be lead to attitude
Mm.
that's
I'm
right
talking purely semantics here, not the Dhamma. Like from the English language, I'm talking. From the Dhamma is all these things.
Right. So what is Samaditi now? Don't go to this English meaning.
Samaditi is
is
knowing seeing the tilakkhana and knowing what is Majjhima Mattimana, knowing what is the eightfold.
is is to knowing the truth knowing the truth of everything in the world
Are you taking notes for Ajahn Jeep and
Chip.
Chip?
คนพูดถึงก็ไม่อยู่
you said you would do it, no?
Okay, what about see here? Here, Samaditi is a right understanding of 10 subjects. Yeah. And then a right view of the law of karma, right view of the Four Noble Truths, right view by realizing the insight wisdom. Yeah. So we normally know this one. Right view is the Four Noble Truths. Yeah.
I forget about this 10 subject what is 10 subjects
Dasavatuka. What do you think? What do you think? Dasavatuka.
ทัศวัตถุอ๋อ element ใช่ไหม liquid liquid earth water and fire ใช่ไหม อ้าวทักษะปุญญกิริยาวัตถุ โอ้ยบุญญโอเค10บุญญกิริยาวัตถุ
Okay.
โอ้ย I forget everything that I knew.
That is from Samadhi Sutta, right? Okay. So, and then second one is right thought. Okay. Where is that? Okay, here. Samma Sankappo. Now, what is Samma Sankappo?
Samma Sankappo. That's right thought. Right thought to do the good thing.
Do you think for Samma Sankappa to be proper, you need to destroy this what's it called? Anusaya Kiles. Because how else can you have right thoughts? You can't control your thoughts. So I think right resolve is good for someone who is not an arahant to resolve to not or to have thoughts free of raga desha moha. For an aseka puggala maybe right thought.
I think Arahat can get rid of this Samma Sankappo, get rid of the thought.
Okay. And this is, we can go to Veda Vitaka Sutta in Majjhima Nikaya.
Majjhima Sutta. What's the name of that sutta?
Dveda Vitaka.
Huh? Again, please, teacher. ชื่อพระสูตรอะไรนะเจ้าคะ
ทเวทาวิตกสูตร somebody call
พระเวเหรอ
This is warm.
พระเว
The flask lid looked very dirty, so I didn't bring it.
Teacher, again, please.
Wait.
พระเว
This Buddha's got a mustache.
Why is that here?
Look, this Buddha has a mustache. Don't think they're beautiful one.
No, very short. Okay. Just a minute. Access to insight. Okay. Okay. Here you go.
Also in the game Ananda Sutte,
Oh,
Sanya.
So this is Majjhima Nikaya Sutta number 19, the Dveda Vitakka Sutta, two sorts of thinking. Now, when we think about two sorts of thinking, how many thinkings are here in this sutta talking? Two
have
sorts of
heard
thinking. How many thinking there?
two.
Two?
I guess uh, good thinking and bad thinking. กุศล
Okay. How?
What?
How many thinkings there?
Um, I don't know the full list, but I can guess. On one side is the 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 thoughts of greed, hatred, ill will, delusion, and the other side is thoughts, good thoughts, pronunciation, abhimsa, all that.
Hmm. Okay, so I have heard that on one occasion the Blessed One was staying at Savatthi, Jetasa Grove, Anathapindika's monastery. There he addressed the monks. Monks, yes, Lord, the monks replied. The Blessed One said, monks, before my self-awakening, before my self-awakening, when I was still just as unawakened bodhisattva, unawakened bodhisattva, the thought occurred to me, why don't I keep dividing my thinking into two sorts? So I made thinking imbued with sensuality, thinking imbued with the ill will, and then imbued with a harmfulness. That is one sort. Yeah? So this first one is, what is it? Sensuality, kamaraga, ill will, payabhata, vyapada, and the harmlessness. What is harmlessness?
Harmful.
Harmfulness.
harmfulness.
Hmm.
Mm.
So there's three. And then thinking imbued with renunciation, nekhamma, with non-ill will, abhyapada, and then thinking of harmlessness.
I'm right. That is the good thinking and bad thinking.
Okay.
กุศลวิตก and อกุศลวิตก
Yeah. Okay. Uh, okay. So that these are the two thoughts came into him. So all the thoughts that he was having, he categorized into two sorts. Yeah? One is kusala and another one is akusala. So kusala vitakka and akusala vitakkas. Yeah? And as I remained thus heedful, ardent, and resolute, thinking imbued with sensuality arose in me. So he understood when it is arising and discerned that thinking imbued with sensuality has arisen in me. So he was able to see that. And that leads to my affection or to the affection of others or to the affection of both.
อืม
Okay, and that
affliction means เบียดเบียนใช่ไหม
uh-huh.
อืม
Okay, so it was affecting both oneself, another, and both. Okay? And it doesn't lead to the freedom. And then when this moment Buddha again saying, and this is also quite good for the meditation, and this is a vipassana meditation actually. When it arises, you're able to notice.
อืม
That's why in noting is important. So then I notice that it leads to my own affection. I subdued it. As I notice that it leads to the affliction of others, and both obstruct discernment, promote, so it's subdued. So he knows. When we know that, that's subdued. So whenever thinking imbued with sensuality had arisen, I simply abandoned it, dispelled it, wiped it out of existence. Okay?
อืม
So this is one practice. And this is this up to here is one practice how to overcome the sensuality. And this arises in our mind when we are meditating. So that's why noting is important. And even in Samadhi Bhavana Sutta also talks about it too, how to develop sati and sampajanya, and that development of sati and sampajanya is by noting like this is happening to me, and then it's arising, and if we are not mindful, then it just takes on. And then the second one is again the ill will, also similar. Ill will also same like that. And then goes with the harmfulness.
อืม
My friend.
Okay.
What are you seeing? Hmm?
Yes. There was
Huh?
some people.
Yes. Oh.
Anyway, you okay?
I think you see the deer.
Sorry?
I think both of you see the deer or
No,
the
no,
sheep.
not dear. Some people
Okay.
think they need directions.
Mm,
Okay.
Looking for directions.
So this is Samma Sankappa. Okay.
okay.
That's a harmfulness. And then opposite of it is the renunciation. Okay.
Mm,
This is the renunciation, non-ill will, and then the last one is harmlessness. So, and that's how end of the day he become an arahant.
harmlessness is อวิหิงสา
Avihingsa.
ค่ะ
Hmm. So here, there's a
Samma Kammanta.
the Samma Sankappa is Nekhamma, Abhyapada, and Avihingsa. So this is the right thought. And then Samma Vacha, we have talked a lot about this one. Samma Vacha, so many times. Yeah? What is Samma Vacha?
Mavaja, try to say the right word in the right moment and right situation.
Mm. Mm.
พูดความจริง said
So Samma Vacha is
the
here.
right
Refrain from speaking false, refrain from speaking slanders, harsh and frivolous, yeah? Frivolous speeches. So this is known as Samma Vacha. Right? And then Samma Kammanta is not panatipata, no adina dana, no kame sumichachara. So this is verbal action, this is physical action. Right? And then Samma Ajiva is refrain from 5 kinds of tradings. As a weapon, living beings, meat, intoxicants, and poison. But when we read the Samma Ajiva in Arya Atangika Magga, it comes not these four. I said not these. It will come something else.
teacher.
Yeah.
If I give the medication to the patient and that medication did it expire, so I was wrong in this.
If you know that that's expired and you still give, then yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I can eat the medication that expire because it still work.
Hypocritical conduct.
Right.
Sorry?
Still not right. Let me find the right one.
So it's got that WDO watermark now.
Need to print and chant in order to find some corrections. Let me find the right one. Just a moment, okay?
Okay.
So, yeah.
Livelihood.
Ayam uccati. So, okay, here. Katama cha bhikkhave samma vayamo.
So you're doing Ajiva.
Hmm?
I thought you were doing Ajiva.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Katamaja bhikkhave samma ajiva. Okay. Oh, that's why I took it wrong. Here, say Micha ajivang pahaya. Buddha simply said, Micha ajivang pahaya samma ajivena jivitang kapeti. So this is the instruction that Buddha gave to the disciples. Micha ajivang pahaya samma ajivena jivitang kapeti. Having abandoned a wrong livelihood, earns his living by a right livelihood. And when we talk about micha ajivang or the wrong livelihood, then that comes this types of 5 types of selling or engaging. And this is known as micha ajiva. And micha ajiva is selling weapons, selling living beings. Actually, this is human trafficking, and this is, and then meat, and also human exploitation, and this is meat, and then intoxicants and poisons. Yeah? So this is known as micha ajiva, and not doing this is known as samma ajiva.
Our economy is run on these things.
Yeah. Okay,
At least in the UK.
that's a samma ajiva, and then a samma. Sorry.
Can I sell plant meat?
Huh?
Plant meat.
Plant meat?
เนื้อใช่เนื้อสัตว์สังเคราะห์ไง
It's okay, sell it.
What? Sell what?
Yeah, plant meat.
Yeah, it's not meat.
It is wrong for this,
Okay,
right?
you can sell it.
Yeah, it's not meat, it's just cold meat.
Okay.
Yes.
Harus sawan. Sampalap, sampalapala.
สัมผัสปลาปลา
Sampalapa.
ปลา
Okay, so, and then the next one is right effort. This right effort we also discussed as well.
ปหานะพยา อะไรอ่ะพยาตนา
Pahana.
Sanyama.
พยาตนา ตัวหลังอะตัวหลัง
Pahana payatana.
พยาตนา
Somewhere. Samyama. Oh, this is in Sanskrit now. Somewhere.
สังวระอ๋อ
Anurakana. Pahana and some bhavana, and then anurakana padhana. Do you remember this?
this is ประธานใช่ไหมประธานะ
Samavayama. See here, Samavayama is quite long actually.
อนุลักษณประธานะ
So Samma Vayama is Anupannanang Papakanang Akusalanang Dhammanang Anupadaya Chandang Janeti Vyayamati Viriyang Arabhati Chittang Pagannati Padahati. A bhikkhu awakens zeal for the non-arising of unarisen. Anupannanang papakanang akusalanang dhammanang anupadaya. And then evil unwholesome states. He puts forth effort, arouses energy, exalts his mind and strive. So not allowing it to arise. Any akusala dhammas that hasn't been arisen will not arise it. That is the short one. And that is the first one. Second one, so these are the four
Tatamo ja Bhikkhave Samma Vayamo. Ita Bhikkhave Bhikkhu.
Okay, so these are the four efforts. And then the second one is Uppannanang Papakanang. Any akusala dhammas that has been already arisen, akusalanang, akusalas, evil and akusalas, dhammas that are arisen, pahanaya, pahanaya. So it puts it down. Pahanaya, puts it down, or abandons, eliminates, with chandang janeti, with a great effort. Viryamba arabhati, with a great effort, he will overcome or abandon that. And then the third one, Anupannanang kusalanang dhammanang. Any kusala dhammas that hasn't been arisen, upadaya, in order to make it happen. So he works hard. And then the last one, Uppannanang kusalanang dhammanang thitiya. See, this is the one, main one. Thitiya asammosaya bhiyo bhavaya vepulaya bhavanaya paripuriya. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You will put effort. So titiya, make it, okay, or make it, or maintain it. Asammosaya, not disappearing. Bhiyo bhavaya, strengthening. Vepulaya, make it more. Bhavanaya, cultivate more. Paripuriya, so make it fullest, complete. So that is this. The fourth one is the hard one.
Fulfillment.
And this also comes in such sabba papasa akaranam. This too is sabba papasa akaranam kusalasa upasampada. These two. This one, not doing bad things is easy. And the accumulation of good things is easy. But maintaining that good things is not. not letting it disappear is not. So that's why the fourth one is very important. Thitiyas asammosaya bhiyo bhavaya vepulaya bhavanaya paripuriya. Okay, so this is the right effort. People can practice. People can go to meditation and feel very good. And they will think, oh, I will maintain it. I will practice every day 1 hour. And after 2-3 days later, no, I'm so lazy. So can't titiya, can't maintain it.
นั่นคือกิเลส
Okay, and gradually disappears. And no practice, not making it to make more. Like that. So this is the effort.
อืม
Then the Samma Sati. Okay? Samma Sati is contemplation of body, feeling, mind, and mind object. So Kaya Nupassana, Vedana Nupassana, Chitta Nupassana,
ธรรมา
Dhamma Nupassana.
CS
Dhamma Nupassana. Okay? Now, why there is in the Magga Sangyutta, in Sangyutta Nikaya, says, Buddha said, if you practice Eightfold Noble Path, you fulfills the Satipatthana. And here Satipatthana is already here. Why do you think? Why do you think Buddha is saying that if you practice Eightfold Noble Path, you are fulfilling the Satipatthana?
Because Eightfold Noble Path is include in body action, verbal, and mind. กายใช่ไหม body action, verbal, and mind. That are included in สติปัฏฐาน info สติปัฏฐานสี่
Okay. Okay, so, and then number 8 is a right concentration, Samma Samadhi. And that's talking about the 4 types of jhanas. Okay, 4 types of jhanas. Vitakka Vichara Piti Sukha Ekagata. So, okay, that's the first one.
วิตกวิจารณ์ปีติสุข
Vitakka Vichara Piti Sukha Ekagata.
วิตกวิจารณ์
Okay. So the four jhanas, I want you to prepare, and we'll come and discuss on Friday. So first 2, Monit, you explain first 2. Okay, first 2 jhanas, and then Santita Dhammo, the second 2 jhanas. Okay.
Okay.
So we end here for today with the Eightfold Noble Path ends. So that means Four Noble Truth is about to complete, and which we will probably this week. Okay, anything? And we'll come back to see on Friday. Full jhanas.
เจ้าค่ะ
Okay.